Hey everybody, happy Easter. Didn't expect this on your Easter holiday, did you? But Matt and
Danielle
back with you, currently at Speke Hall in Liverpool, one of the most haunted buildings in the UK. But that's another video, hopefully following this one. But we're here to talk about a giant, because back in the 16th century it's reported that there was a man from Hale called John Middleton who grew to the height of 9'3". If there's any truth in that, that makes him potentially one of the tallest people to have ever lived. There is a bit of his story here from Speke Hall. There is a portrait here where he's supposed to be a life-size portrait, but we're going to visit Hale, and in Hale we'll tell you exactly who John Middleton was. John Middleton was born in 1578 in the village of Hale in Cheshire, close to Liverpool. He became known as the Childe of Hale and grew to a staggering 9 feet 3 inches or 2.82 meters tall, making him one of the tallest people ever to have lived. That's even a few inches taller than the person we would often class as the tallest man in the world, Robert Wadlow, who was 8 feet 11. He became employed as a bodyguard to the Sheriff of Lancaster, and it's said that he was so tall he had to sleep with his feet hanging out of the window of his small house. He took part in a wrestling match against the King's champion, King James I, and he won by breaking the thumb of the other competitor. He won £20, which today would be about £3,500. Sadly, on his return to Hale, he was said to have been swindled out of his money and ended up dying penniless. He is buried in the cemetery at Hale, but his body was exhumed in Victorian times, and this is where his incredible height of 9'3" comes from. However, it is suggested that maybe he wasn't quite as tall as that. So this is Hale, not far off Liverpool, and it's a little picturesque village with thatched cottages. Feels like we're more in, I don't know, Nether Wallop or somewhere like that than Liverpool. But there are various points to visit here to do with John Middleton, and it starts with the building behind me where he was born. So 14 Church End, the building behind me, is where John Middleton was born, and it is said that he reached 9'3" in height, and he was so tall that when he was sleeping in his house he had to sleep with his feet out of the window. If he was 9'3", it would make him potentially the tallest man to ever have lived. Now, of course, the problem is we're going back hundreds of years, but, you know, believe what you like, I suppose. There are other things here in the village which celebrates John Middleton, and I believe is also buried here, and hopefully we'll find his grave. So, ready for a giant? In front of us here is a statue of John Middleton. Now, this was a replacement statue. There was one before carved into a tree, but I'm not sure where that was. So here he is, John Middleton. Now, as mentioned, he was rumoured to be 9'3" tall. But apparently the statue is about 9'8", so I'm not quite sure why they felt the need to add on another 5 inches. Wow. Can you imagine? That is insane. You know, even if you knock off 5 inches, that is massive. I wish, right, that is crazy. Okay, that is as far away as the camera can be to get both us and John in the same image. And Danny and I are not exactly tall. No, borderline hobbits, as you know. Oh, that is crazy. It's what, twice your height? Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll have a wander around and see if we can find John Middleton's grave.
That one's specifically about him.
Is it?
Yeah.
So now we're in the churchyard of St Mary, and this is where we will hopefully find John Middleton's final resting place. Kind of imagine it'll be the biggest gravestone we've ever seen, unless what did you say earlier? Put him in.
Oh yeah. Put him in this way.
Yes. Vertically. Here we are. The grave of John Middleton. Born extra E 1578, 9'3". John Middleton, the child. Can't make out the rest of it.
What are you reading?
Any of it.
9.3 Middleton, the child.
Bad idea to chew a toffee whilst I was trying to speak what was on the tombstone, but it says, "Here lieth the body of John Middleton, the Childe of Hale, 9'3", born 1578, died 1623. So naturally, the only way we can test this height theory is for me to lie down next to this grave. So I'm 5'6". Is it possible someone nearly 4 foot taller could fit in this grave? Let's find out. What do you think? Okay, so in the grounds at Speke Hall there is an adventure trail to do with John Middleton. You walk around and find, I don't know, we'll find out when we get to it, but yeah, it's called the Childe of Hale Adventure Trail. So let's see what we can find. I am John, the Childe of Hale. Welcome to my woodland trail. Fun and games lie in wait for all who enter through this gate. My height is marked on a tree. See if you're as tall as me. I already think I doubt it.
I am. In my mind.
Amazing.
Gets as excited as the kids.
I cannot fasten up my clothes. I have lost my buttons and my bows. They're hidden here amongst the tree. Can you help me find them, please? Some hang low, some hang high. How many can you spy? Oh my goodness, one.
One over there.
What?
Yep.
Oh yes. Just two?
No.
Maybe.
Four, I guess, if you count that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mirror.
What?
The doorway is a mirror.
The Sleeping Giant. Can't read that one. It's hard to be very tall. My legs are long. My bed's too small. My feet hang on the window pane. And something else. Okay. Sleeping Giant. When you are as tall as me, it's quite amazing what you see. My face lies hidden here for you. To spot it, take a giant's view. Take a seat to see a crown and find the face that's upside down. So tall as me. What, here somewhere? Tall enough. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Nice. So finally, let's head into Speke Hall and find this giant portrait. Finish off, we're just going to come and have a look at the Hale Lighthouse, which stands on the banks of the River Mersey. This is apparently the second lighthouse that's been here. There was one around 1908. This is the one from 1908, sorry, and went out of use sometime in the 1950s. Sadly, it's lashing down now, so I may not be able to film too much, but hopefully get a look at the lighthouse before we bring this one to a close. Alright, there we go guys, hope you've enjoyed that. Just a quick one, a look at John Middleton, the Childe of Hale, or the Giant of Liverpool, at 9'3", one of the tallest people ever, and even if he was only 7'8", that's still pretty big. We are next to the River Mersey. It's getting wild and woolly, so we'll leave it from here. Take care, till next time. We'll see you soon.